Good morning students, this is Sheba. Now we are going to see about the microprocessor and microcontrollers Unit 2 8086 System Bus Structure. So in this unit we are going to see about the 8086 signals, available signals, pin diagram and its corresponding system bus timings as well as the structure. So here I have given the book references for this corresponding unit as well as the NPTEL lecture material references also. So moving to the first topic, 8086 signals or pin diagram. 8086 is basically a 40 pin dual package, that is each side it will be consisting of 20 pins, a total of 40 pins. You can clearly see what are all the configurations or what are all the functionalities of those pins. First pin is the ground pin, GND refers to the ground, and 40th pin is the VCC pin. Another 20th pin is also a ground pin. Moving to the next available pins, there are totally 20 address pins, in which 15 pins can act as both address as well as that is total of 16 pins. AD0 to AD15, total of 16 pin can act as address combined data pins, that is referred to as AD0, AD1, AD2 up to AD15. Pin number 16 to 39 you can see, and pin number 35, 36, 37, 38 or address pins as well as the status pins. Slash, they have given slash. Slash refers to the status pins. And moving to the next 17th as well as 18th pin, they are used for interrupt purpose. Interrupt here refers to the NMI, that is non-maskable interrupt, as well as the interrupt request, INTR. And you can see another side, it has status pins available S0, S1, S2, which also act as data enable, data transmit, receive, as well as in memory or input output pins. Another one is ALE. You can see 25th pin and 24th pin. ALE refers to the address latch enable, which is used to multiplex the address as well as the data bus which contains the address information, and INTA bar refers to the interrupt acknowledgement. You can see clearly, that is if you are giving an interrupt request, it needs the acknowledgement from the system, then only it can start transferring the data. So interrupt acknowledgement is given by this INTA bar. Test pin for testing the microprocessor and ready to indicate the processor is ready for communication. And last one is the reset pin. If you have completed all the operations, you can reset the processor to original again for new processing. Another two pins 30 and 31, that is hold HLDA for holding as well as acknowledgement of hold, as well as it also act as a request and grant signal. RQ refers to the request, bus request, whether the processor is available for free for processing, and grant is processor giving the acceptance. And above that, read pin is given, and also min max, MN/MX. This refers to the minimum and maximum mode configuration that we can see in the next topic in detail. And 34th pin is again the status pin, which is used to indicate, flag registers are used to indicate the status of the microprocessor. And it also acts as BHE bar, that is bus high enable. It enables most significant data bits during read or write operation. So these are all about the pin details available in the 8086 microprocessor. If you see the real-time application of this pin configuration, you are implementing this microprocessor in many places, and the available pins, based on the available pins only, we can connect the input output devices as well as we can connect another processors also for supporting our system. So for knowing the details, we are going to learn about this pin configuration. If you have any doubt in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.